Getting diagnosed with ADHD, it didn't solve all my problems. It solved a lot of the problems because it solved the problems in my own head that were like, why am I like this? Why can't I do the things that other people can do? Why does it feel like I am running backwards with a backpack up a hill when everybody else seems to be like sliding down? I could not figure it out. I'm smart, I'm creative, I'm resourceful, and I still just kept hitting these emotional roadblocks, these social roadblocks, these financial roadblocks, these success roadblocks that I couldn't even see what was in front of me. And now that I see so much of what was in my way, it doesn't solve it. It hasn't fixed it because I'm hyper aware now of what that is, but it doesn't mean I can convey it. It doesn't mean that everybody has stopped being frustrated with me. It doesn't mean that people understand the terminology that I'm using when I'm trying to express why something is not working in my brain. And it's almost making it worse now because before I didn't even have the words. I didn't know it was going up. I threw my hands up in the air and I just took the blame. It must be me. It's always me. It has to be me. But now I know, well, it's still me, but it's kind of not my fault. And I can kind of name it and I can kind of figure out some ways in which I get triggered or that I need a little bit more help getting or navigating through a situation. But that doesn't mean that even the people that love you understand that. You can try to explain to them what it feels like to be what I call flooded, to be overwhelmed in an instance that doesn't seem overwhelming to other people. And they're just at a loss. What's the big deal? We all have stuff going on. We all have stuff in our heads. Why do you have to get snappy? Why do you have to shut down? I cannot explain what it's like to have a tornado in my brain. I can't explain what it's like to feel this rushing vortex of noise and angst and have your heart palpitating because there's music playing and somebody's asking you a question and you can foresee that there's danger ahead because somebody is about to do something they shouldn't do and you want to try to break it all down and say something very calmly and quietly to try to settle everything around you, but you can't. Because you're literally inside of a cyclone in your head and your face betrays that and everybody gets mad at you. The compound matters. If you're like me and you're the type of ADHD personality that kind of wears it all on the outside for the world to see and you share your stories and you can't hide your facial expressions to save your life, people think that they can necessarily interpret that. And it feels like you can. I get that it feels like you can, but you can't. I don't even know what was going on, okay? A million things are coming at you and a million things are demanding your attention all at once. And responding to one means you might not respond to another. And even you need time to dissect what you're feeling, what you want to say, how you want to say it. But then when you try to slow it down so you can kind of think, how do I feel? What am I feeling? What do I want to say? What was affecting that mood? Did it have anything to do with what was actually happening? Or was it something that I remembered from my childhood where I was embarrassed and then that showed on my face at that exact moment? I can't tell you, so you can't tell me. And now we're in some crazy emotional ping pong match where we're both bouncing off each other and we don't know who served first. And it's just ugly and it's uncomfortable. And if I could explain it to you, I would, but I can't even explain it to me. So instead, I'm here in my studio, just making a mess and not thinking about anything that I'm doing and grabbing every single thing that is with arm's reach because I'm not going to walk across the room and I'm not thinking about how it's going to turn out because I don't know how it's going to turn out because I don't know how I got here.